These stitches are itchy, man. Getting shot at was a bitch.
I know. Oh, it hurts so much.
I lost so much blood, and they didn't have my blood type, so they had to give me cow blood.
Really? Oh,
that's just... So 2 weeks of trying to get Chris out of prison, we give up. He can rot. He should leave those kids alone.
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I know. He should leave those kids and Benicio del Toro alone. I mean, he's not worth it. Sure, he's comedy gold.
Yeah.
Like with the Masons joke. I'm still laughing over that, but
yeah.
I don't want to get shot at again.
He's too cheerful for this podcast.
He's too cheerful. Yeah, he's way too cheerful. I mean, I know this Codpast, let's just call it Codpast from now on. I know this Codpast is classified as a comedy, but that's only to make people download it.
Yeah.
We're not funny. We like dark subjects.
Yeah. We just use that as clickbait, really.
Yeah. It is clickbait. It's like saying, oh, do you want to see some boobs? More boobs. Blonde boobs. Boobies. It's clickbait.
I do actually happen, as you asked.
You want to see some blonde boobs?
Yeah.
Oh, shocking. You want to see boobies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a shot in the arse for Chris. But...
I got a shoulder shot at somewhere else that I will not say shot.
Your nether region.
My nether region.
Yeah. You've got a spirit down there now, I guess.
My neither regions, as that writer on Myths and Legends says.
That was really awful. Like,
my neither regions. That's like, you don't want neither of them. The top or the bottom, my neither regions. No one wants them.
God.
Already with the sexual organ talk.
Yeah, you just can't keep off them. This
isn't a comedy show. This is a sex show. Again, that's clickbait. We're not actually going to have sex. It's not going to be a live sex session.
We're not going to even attempt doing the noises. So
no, we're not. And didn't he say we would? We'd have a spin-off called The Dorks Seduction.
Oh,
but that didn't work, did it? Oh yeah, we recorded it,
Chris
but it
came
didn't
up
work.
with the title, didn't it?
Yeah.
Midnight Moaners.
Yeah, no, because you kept grunting too much. It didn't work. It didn't sound sexy.
Yeah. My grunting's not that sexy.
No, I was directing. You and Chris were going at it, but you guys, the grunts were not sexy.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a night.
And then you guys went on into each other's feet, and it got a bit gross, and I had to cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cheese doesn't taste nice.
Oh God. So.
That's too much information.
It is.
Yeah.
You worship feet. Some people worship celebrities or fandoms or TV shows or books and things. Do you see our segue?
That was a segue, Tommy.
Was it a segue? For once you got it.
I got it this time.
You got fan worship segue because I said fan worship.
Yeah,
You didn't get it last week, though, when I said Shakespeare.
That was too obtuse. I mean, clear. Who would get that, to be honest, Tom?
Someone that knew that the episode was going to be about Shakespeare.
I didn't know. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, so this is like...
Even though I was the one that suggested it.
Yeah, you were. You were, and I was like, yeah, okay, we'll do that.
You can always rely on me, Tom.
I've never relied on you in my life, and I don't plan to.
Oh, thanks.
When my laptop, when that computer froze, I did not rely on you for any information.
I was sending helpful hints of what to do.
Hints. Maybe just leave it a while. Give it a few minutes. Maybe turn it off. And I was like, well, that's what I was going to do anyway, you idiot. What else am I going to do? Just leave it running like that.
Okay, but I saved the situation. Turning it off helped.
No, I love how you just say turning it off. I was going to do that anyway, but you didn't suggest turning it back on again, did you? You said turn it off.
Well, I thought any idiot would know to turn it back on. How do you think you're fucking going to use it?
I think Shakespeare made Krispy Kremes for crying out loud.
You know, on the GarageBand, the bit when you're speaking, it comes up on the thing.
Oh, are you not wearing headphones?
No, it looks like a penis.
I thought you were making like a point about what we're doing. I thought something was wrong.
No, it just looked like a penis.
Oh, I thought you meant when I was speaking, you could see it from your end.
No.
Because we're recording off two different laptops in the same room with two different mics and two different sets of headphones. Because we just like to switch it up a little bit.
Did you not see the penis, Tommy?
I see lots of penis. Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
mean,
I'm so glad
specifically
my parents don't give a shit about what I do, so they're never going to listen to this.
Yeah. See, I've got other people in the house.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
It's me just saying, because they can't hear another person speaking this. This is me saying, did you see the penis?
What do they actually think you're doing when you're saying this stuff?
I have told people that I'm doing a podcast, so...
But none of them care enough to listen, yeah?
I guess.
Yeah, none of our friends are like shit. None of them actually listen, apart from Yulia and Sumia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's our fandom, Yulia and Sumia.
Yeah.
So... At least they worship us. Actually, they don't. They don't even worship us. We have shit fans. This episode's about fan worship. It should be about our fans and how they worship us and how they don't.
We want people to bow down to us.
Yeah, bow down to us, Sumi and Yulia, and random people that like us on Twitter.
Although Yulia, she's part of the Romanian royal family, isn't she?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
So we have to bow down to her too.
And Sumia wrote a book.
Yeah.
So that's something of merit. We could use that in our new society, a writer.
She's got we can mention the book.
Yeah, the boy from Aleppo who painted the wall. Buy it. It's on Amazon, Foils and Waterstones, and I'm assuming other book companies that I'd never heard of.
Do you think we're going to get paid for that plug?
We didn't even get paid for the Krispy Kreme plug, for crying out loud.
No.
She pays us with attention, I guess.
Yeah.
She's going to pay us by messaging us when she hears this thing. Oh my God!
I got mentioned
again. She has been mentioned before in the Limburg one, but that was more of a forced mention because she told me, oh, you haven't mentioned me before. But this one's a more natural one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, people are just using us for fame, really.
They are. Like we say, oh, we've got a couple of thousand downloads now. And
we're just passages to fame, really.
Yeah, we really are. Okay, those hangers-on. Fuck them.
Yeah, I know.
Just fuck them.
So yeah, Sumia and Yulia are basically our groupies.
Yeah, that we don't have sex with.
I know, how disappointing is that?
I know. They're like groupies that tease you. They're never going to give it up. They never give up the goods.
Yeah.
Our fans are shit.
Yeah.
If you want to be our groupie, email us. I should probably say it now because we always forget to say it at the end of the episode. Email us at thedorksseduction@gmail.com. Or do the Twitter thing, or do the Facebook thing. And if you do the Pinterest thing, I will figure out what it is and sign up to that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what Pinterest is.
It's a picture thing, photos.
Oh, is it? So it's like Instagram?
Yeah. I think. All I know is just like photos and
I love how the Dorks Seduction Instagram would just be a blank space because you don't see anything, it's audio.
Yeah, pretty much.
We should make a Dorks Seduction Instagram and just upload photos of like nothing. Of like a white sheet, because you can't see us.
Yeah.
We are audio.
We could put a photo of my fingers on, though. The famous fingers.
Okay, Matt, I think we should get to the,
Oh, the idols.
No, the intro music.
Intro music. That wasn't as good that time.
No, really?
Welcome to the Dorks Deduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
So this episode is sort of like a freestyle on the fly one that we came up with 5 minutes ago. Well, technically it was more than 5 minutes ago because we had technical malfunctions.
Yeah.
But 5 minutes before we had the technical malfunctions, we came up with this.
Yeah.
So what we're going to talk about is celebrities and the fan worship around them. Well, not just celebrities, I guess. I mean, we can talk about other things like movies and TV shows and books, like I said about 10 minutes ago.
And certain dictators.
And certain dictators that Matt would really like to get into. So,
and you can't deny your part in this.
I worship no dictator apart from myself.
I seem to remember some talk about the 5th or 6th Reich somewhere.
That was me leading that. I wasn't worshipping anyone, they were worshipping me.
And who's your greatest inspiration for that?
You're the one that came up with it, actually. And then I said I would do a Splinter Cell.
Yeah, that's it. Just build on my glory. Why not?
Why the hell not? Anyway, should we talk about our personal experience of fan worship first?
Yeah.
So what do you have? I think I can guess, but what do you have?
Well, I have a couple. The main ones... Well, I kind of like Christopher Henry... I can't even say his name properly. That's how much I like him. Christer Henriksson.
That's not even a difficult name to say.
Yeah, it's late and...
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty late.
I've had a stroke or something.
This is a midnight recording again. Another one of those. So if you love the first nostalgia one, you'll love this one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's a slight Swedish actor. Played the Swedish version of Wallander.
Yeah, he only played one of them, though. Didn't someone else play the original one? Or
Yeah, there was Rolf Lassgard before him.
I got the right one right on your Christmas card last year, Krista.
Yeah, you got the right one.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's my favourite.
Because there were two of them and I didn't know which one.
Yeah.
So I had to choose, or I had to get the information out of you. I can't remember what I did, but...
Yeah, and anyway, I kind of like this guy. Not in kind of a sexual way. Although, if that was there, you know, I wouldn't deny it, possibly. Yeah, so I kind of like him, but I wouldn't go as far to say I would bow down before him.
Okay, but what would you do for him, though?
What would I do for him?
Yeah, like, to meet him or be in his presence or something.
I would certainly like to meet him.
Like, but would you go out of your way to do it?
No, not really. I'd be very complimentary of him if I met him.
Yeah, that seems like a nice thing to do.
I'm not sure I'd go all gushing. I'm not sure that's my style.
Yeah, that's what I like to think about myself.
I would
too.
find it difficult to do that, I think.
Yeah,
I've got a feeling I'd just be like really quiet actually and not know what to say.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'd be like that as well, because there'd be so many things I'd want to say, but I couldn't. Like Guillermo del Toro, you know I'm in love with him, right? But, because he's like the best filmmaker alive right now, one of the best filmmakers alive right now. He has a distinct style, and like I've done like work on him before, as in college I did like a dissertation on him, and there's so many things I'd like to ask him, but I know that if I did ever meet him I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd freeze up. So I worship these people, but I'd rather not meet them.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense whatsoever. I'd rather not meet them and have them see me as a gushing mess or like a really creepy person that doesn't talk and just stares at them a bit.
Yeah. There's a guy called Jonathan Mead. He does television documentaries, but they're like, kind of really interesting. They're about like places and architecture and stuff like that. Got him to sign one of my books of his that I'd brought, but I didn't actually really say much to him. I just asked him, like, literally, could you just sign this book? I didn't actually know what else to really say to him.
Yeah, because you'd go blank, wouldn't you?
Yeah. His documentaries, like, they're quite clever. So
and you wouldn't want him to think you were stupid.
You don't want to make an idiot, yeah. You don't want to kind of ask, like, a really stupid question.
Yeah.
That just sounds really dumb.
Like, see, I had the opportunity, like, you know that I'm in love with Benedict Cumberbatch. The listeners at this point know that I'm in love with Benedict Cumberbatch. And I had the opportunity to go see him in a Hamlet, but I didn't take it, because the offer was from a friend of mine saying, oh, she might be able to get tickets to Hamlet, do I want to go? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to go. And then I was like, hold on a second, what day would we be going? Because I work certain days and I sort of don't want to have to rush there and then rush home afterwards because I have work the next day. And then I was like, can we sort out on a day that I don't have to be in work? And she was like, yeah, we could do that. And then that was fine. And then she was like, we might need to queue for a few hours before. And I was like, oh, okay. So slowly moving away from the idea of going to Hamlet, because I don't really want to queue in the middle of October in the morning.
Yeah.
Because the box office opened at like 8 o'clock, so we'd have to be there. I figured we'd get there at like 6 or something. I'd stay over at hers and we'd get there at 6, and that would be enough time. And then she was like, oh, apparently people are queuing overnight. And I was like, oh, I sort of don't want to do that, but okay, if you go as well, because I was like, oh, we might just be able to hang out and we'll take a few, we'll get some food in our system and we'll chat for the night because we don't spend that much time together. It could be like a bonding experience too. And it's like, that's fine. And then she's like, oh, I might not be able to stay the whole time, but I can leave and then come back. And I'm just like, oh, well, I sort of don't want to be there for hours by myself queuing. Yeah. I mean, I moved away from the idea when I realised I might have to queue in the first place, and then queuing by myself overnight, I was like, no, you know what? No, it's fine. I'll go out for the night. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there's this idea that Britons love to queue.
No, you don't. You do it because you have to.
Yeah.
You do it because you have to.
I really don't like queuing.
Yeah. But the thing with, like, the Hamlet thing is people were genuinely doing this by themselves, and they were doing it on a regular basis, which I never understood. And then I just thought I was a really shit fan because I didn't even want to do it one night. And some people are going multiple times, and I'm just like, why? Just why? First of all, if you've seen it once, it's enough, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a theatre play, okay? Yeah, it's nice if you can see it more than once, but it's a stage production. It's different to like a film that you can buy on DVD. It's not the same thing. Why do you need to go continuously? Why do you need to shell out all this money for tickets? How much money are you going to spend just to see? It's not even to see the show. They went to see that one person. Right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see him, but I quite like Shakespeare, so I
Yeah.
wanted to see Hamlet too.
Yeah.
And it was just a plus that he was in it. I really didn't understand it.
See, I kind of like a different experience like, with Leonard Cohen.
Oh yeah, you
The
actually
different-
went to see him though.
Yeah. The difference between like Leonard Cohen and Benedict Cumberbatch is Cumberbatch is going to live, you assume, for quite a while yet.
Yeah, that's true.
With Leonard Cohen, he is like when I went to see him, he was nearly 80, and you're beginning to think that might be the last time he performs. You don't know because at that age, you just don't know. I'm not being ageist.
That's true. That is true. That and I think Benedict Cumberbatch is based in London. That's where I live. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming he'll do some other work or some stuff in London. And even if
Yeah.
he doesn't, then it's not a big deal if I never meet him. It doesn't make a difference because he doesn't know me. I don't
Yeah.
actually know him personally. He could be a dick. Who knows? If I
Yeah.
meet him, I might end up hating him. Who knows?
Yeah, and because the annoying thing is, I ordered tickets for Dublin because at the time that was the only dates in the UK,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, because I didn't know there was going to be like further dates in the UK, which would turned out to be like in England.
Yeah,
So
that would have
was
been
really
easier
annoying.
for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but obviously I'd already booked it, and because like tickets they're quite hard to get because they
Yeah,
do
that's
sell
true.
quite quickly. So I'd got them up really quickly, and when I discovered like they were going to be in England, someone like did suggest, "Why don't you try and get some in England?" But I was like, that might not work. And I'd already like booked it in Dublin and got these tickets already, so I thought I might as well just go to Dublin. And then you realise Dublin's actually like technically it's in a different country.
Well, yeah, it's a different country, but part of the United Kingdom. Well,
Yeah.
is
So-
Dublin in Northern Ireland or the Republic of Ireland?
Republic of Ireland.
Oh, yes, that's technically a different country.
I would edit that out if I was you.
What?
The Irish are a bit.
No, well, I'm
they
not
can be
Irish.
a
How
bit
am I supposed to
sensitive.
know?
Yeah, but they're a bit sensitive. About
I don't give a shit. I'm not Irish. How am I supposed to know? If there's any Irish listeners listening,
You've not heard
listen
of
to
the
previous
Troubles?
episodes. You'll know I know nothing about geography.
That. You not heard about the Troubles, though?
Yeah, I know about the Troubles, but I wasn't there for it, so I don't care.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
no historian or no person that does geography.
Well, if we had any Irish fans, we probably don't have them now. Anyway,
I don't care.
That's important. So, yeah, I would be willing to go to Dublin to see Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, but
And
that's
that's
also
not-
like a holiday as well.
Yeah, also. In some ways, it's not the most, like, convenient kind of thing. I could have gone to see him in Manchester, which is a lot closer.
Yeah, but then you did make a point of it. Like, you've never seen him
Yeah.
live before, and Leonard Cohen is brilliant live.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have that long left.
Yeah. Actually, the thing is, like, he's not like, the greatest singer in that he's not, like, got...
No, he's not. It's not
Golden
just about
voice.
your voice. It's
Yeah.
about your stage presence. It's about how you play your instruments. It's about
Yeah.
the lyrics and the soul that you have in your voice.
Yeah. And so, because I was a bit, like, worried about going, because I'd seen, like, videos, and it did, like, seem a bit shaky almost. But I think that's just, like, how how the audio changes because it's been recorded. But actually going to see him live is like one of the best things I ever did. And it was
Yeah.
like a really amazing experience. So some things are worth it, I think.
Yeah, but I think I'm just a lazy fan. I'm
Yeah.
a tight fan as well. Like, also, listeners and Matt would know that I'm in love with Supernatural. They do Comic-Cons like all over the world. And they do come to London, they come to Birmingham, which is actually fairly close as well. It's
Yeah.
just, like, the money. They charge a lot just to go into the conventions, and then to actually do anything, you'd have to shell out a shit ton more. And I'm just not willing to do that. I mean, yeah, I love the show, I love the guys, but I also love having a roof over my head. I mean, I'd maybe if I saved up, if I had that disposable income, I'd probably go, but I don't. And I'm not willing to live hand to mouth to do that. I like living in relative comfort. But then again, it's, you see people that go every single time. And you see people that follow them to different conventions. And it seems a bit excessive to me. Can't you just like someone without having to be with them every step of the way? I understand why you want to go to one or maybe two if
Yeah.
it's in your area and it's affordable to you. But do you really have to go to them all?
No.
No.
I
I
certainly-
understand wanting to go to like Comic-Con because it's not just them, it's so many different panels and it's a 4-day event. it wouldn't just be specifically for that panel, the supernatural panel. It would be for everything. You'd go there for everything.
It's interesting you talk about supernatural, because I seem to remember in the cults episode, you said something about Castiel's toilet or something.
You mean Castiel's... What? You mean hairdressers?
No, you said something about Castiel's toilet or something.
Oh, how...
in the cults episode...
I'd clean his toilet.
Yeah, he would. I remember you saying that. So you'd be that devoted to do that.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, you say stuff, but then would you really be willing to do it? I don't think I'd actually clean his toilet. I don't even clean mine. I have a cleaner.
No, you don't. You killed her, remember?
Yeah, I killed her. I forgot. But yeah, no, but you say stuff like I say stuff all the time. Like I'd kill to meet whoever. I'd kill to meet this person, that person. I'd do anything for this. But it's stuff you say. You don't actually think you have to follow through on it.
I'd clean Hitler's toilet.
So it begins.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, getting on to the Nazis, I mean, you know, Tarmin likes them, but she wouldn't like worship them.
I don't like the Nazis. They'd hate me. Have you seen my skin colour?
Yeah. I don't think they'd necessarily be overly keen on me, particularly.
Yeah, because you don't have the Aryan hair.
Yeah, I'm not like the German ideal.
Yeah, and your nose isn't what they like either. I mean, it's not a bad nose, it's just not what they like. There's nothing wrong with your bloody nose. But they're very specific about the nose, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with your nose, it's just they wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with my skin tone, but they wouldn't like it.
Also, I like Jews as well, that kind of...
Yeah, so do I. I'm quite a fan of Jews. I mean, I love the whole Apatow crew. Probably wouldn't clean their toilet, but... No. No. You know what gets me? Okay, so that's our fan worship. Have you ever been on internet message boards?
Very rarely.
Like, I used to go on all the time for, like, TV shows and whatnot. And this was way back when internet was dial-up.
Yeah.
Like, until, like, I stopped going on a few years ago, and I used to interact. I used to write stuff and interact with other people.
Yeah.
This was a few years ago. I haven't done it since, like, I began uni, because it is so ugly on the internet. Fans fight with each other.
Yeah.
Like, you know Tom Hiddleston fan, the Hiddlestoners?
Yeah.
And you know Benedict Cumberbatch fans, the Cumberbitches.
Yeah.
For some reason, they hate each other.
Really?
So never go onto their message boards. Yeah, they're just like, no, my Tom Hiddleston's better than Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch is better than here. And it's like, yeah, they date better people, whatever. There's always a comparison. They're supposed to be fans of this person, yet they end up being really vicious about the person as well, sometimes.
Yeah.
They're just like, I did not like what he was wearing here, or I did not like his tone of voice here. And it's like, what the hell? Just lay off. How about you stop obsessing over it, and then you could just appreciate them for what they are. They're actors. They're not your possessions. That's another thing. Fan worship. It's like fan possession.
Yeah.
They become property.
They really, like, read into kind of things that they do a lot, I've noticed. Like, I was watching Cumberbatch on Graham Norton or something like that on YouTube. Yeah. And, like, they read into some things he says.
The worst.
I know. It's
like when Benedict Cumberbatch got like married and pregnant, I actually, I don't know why I did it, but I went onto his IMDb board to see how much of a shitstorm it was. Yeah. People were saying there was a pillow under that stomach. In that stomach, it wasn't a pregnancy and it was all fake. And I was like, why would he bother? Because she's not a celebrity. It's not to raise his profile. I mean, is there really any point of faking a pregnancy when you're not famous?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but that's all kind of like a lot of like the famous boy bands. They couldn't tell people they were married because it destroyed it.
Yeah, like the Beatles. It's been going on forever.
Yeah. Oh, it's like there's people go on about that kind of stuff.
And it's really weird. Why get so invested in someone's personal life?
Yeah.
Fans are the worst. I'm so glad I'm not like them.
They're terrible people because they're so happy when it all goes wrong or something like that.
They are. And you're just like, you're supposed to be a fan. It's just horrible. I think they're the worst kind of people.
I would never get so obsessed with someone that I'd be worried about who they were getting married to or something like that. Yeah, no, at the end of the day, that's their life. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, there's really no point because it's not like we were going to marry them.
Yeah, actually,
but the thing is, no, Benedict Cumberbatch, the funniest thing ever when I was trolling his board after the whole marriage stuff.
Yeah,
I saw I was reading a conversation between a couple of people. And they were just like, why are you so invested? Do you really think he was going to marry you? And it's like, yes, I think if I met him, I had a shot. And it's like, really? You actually search him on the internet and write about him? I don't think you're going to be the type of person that he wants to marry. It's really hilarious how funny they get. Like with the Brad Pitt as well, when he actually finally married Angelina Jolie, there was a bit of a shitstorm on the internet about that. Even though they've been together for eons.
Yeah.
They had 6 kids.
Also, like, today, like someone was on Graham Norton and their fantasy was to have a selfie with Martin Freeman.
Yeah, I love that episode. That was
like,
their fantasy.
That's your single fantasy, is to have a selfie with Martin Freeman?
Well, okay, wouldn't it have been nicer for Martin Freeman to hear the words, it's my fantasy to have a conversation with Martin Freeman? Because a selfie, again, is like possession. You took a picture of this with this person and you possess it.
That's what annoys me. But it's like the kind of like the selfie age. It's just we just want to be seen.
Yeah, you just want proof. Oh, I met this person. Whereas, like, I don't like selfies. I don't like taking pictures and all that stuff. So, if I met a person and, well, to be fair, I have seen, because I live in London. It's a small place, so you do see famous people around. I've never really bothered them, but I feel like if I did actually go up to them, I probably wouldn't ask them for a selfie. I'd maybe say hello and I appreciate your work, and if the opportunity arose, you'd have a conversation with them. But that's as far as it goes. And then maybe, actually, I still just don't like the taking of the pictures. I don't like doing the selfies and stuff. Maybe if it was like a group picture, then but the taking of the picture, what's the point? You can just Facebook, oh yeah, I met this guy who was really, or tweet, I met whoever. I met Zachary Levi, whoever, and he was a really nice guy. That's it. You don't have to tweet a picture about it.
Yeah. See, if it's an event, I would understand. It's kind of like...
Yeah, no, that's what I get. Almost. It's fine. That's what they're there for. They're there to promote.
If it was in the street, I wouldn't even, like, approach a famous person.
No, because they're going somewhere.
I'm not even famous, and I don't really like being approached that much.
Yeah.
So even someone asking directions or something like that.
No, but I've had that moment, and like all I really do is look and it's like, is that really? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I'll carry on walking now.
I might have the odd look, but I'm not going to go up to them and say, oh.
I have like nodded at someone saying hi, sort of like the high nod. You know what that is?
Oh,
you nod hi to someone. you get that, don't you? Like, you nod hi to someone that you know, so you're acknowledging them. So I've sort of done that before.
I've done that thing where you think someone's waving at you and you wave back and it's the person behind you or something like that. I've done that.
You did that to a famous person?
No, I don't tend to nod, though.
No, as in...
Just in general.
It's like an acknowledgement. You know, you nod at someone.
No, I don't really nod.
Yeah, you've seen people do it, though, right?
Yeah, I've kind of
seen that's what I mean. So I just thought you didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah. So you've had, like... So a famous person's nodded at you, then?
No, but you do it to them. You do it to them sort of like as a knee-jerk reaction, saying, oh, I know you, and then you realise, oh, no, I don't actually know you. I know who you are. I don't know you. That's the thing. You can't go up to someone you don't know, because you know... If you know who they are, that's fine. You don't know them.
Mm.
And I'm just always afraid that it's just going to ruin the illusion of them I have in my head, because you think they're like a thespian or whatever, and I'm afraid that they'll always end up turning out to be a prick. And I don't want to know them as a prick, because that will ruin... Because we talked about last week how knowing too much about a person ruins the experience of watching what they're in. Like, if I knew they were a prick, I wouldn't really particularly want to go watch stuff that they were in, because in the back of my mind, it was like, oh, he's a real prick.
Yeah.
Because I met Busta Rhymes, he was a real prick. I've never listened... to be fair, I didn't really listen to him anyway, but I've not listened to him since. And I don't think many other people have, because I think he disappeared, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. But what kind of annoys me is, like, there's people who... They'll stop listening to a musician if their political views aren't the same as theirs.
What's the point?
It's like, because someone I like is Brian Ferry, and he said, before the last general election, the one in 2010, not 2015, that he wouldn't mind voting Tory. But you've got to remember, in context, this was after Labour had fucked up the economy, or helped fucked up the economy. There's nothing wrong with that, but there was people saying they were going to stop listening to him because he wanted to vote Tory. I'm just like...
Carry on.
And basically, what I'm saying is, like, he disagrees with your political opinion. There's a load of like people who Labour voters and lefties saying, "Oh, I hate you now."
I love how it's just one rule for every celebrities and one rule for everyone else. Like you would not do that in like the workplace or your friend circle.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's people that I know that have voted Tories, that voted Labour, voted Lib Dem. There's probably a mix of them. Like no one votes one thing.
Yeah.
Or no one shares one viewpoint. But that's what makes people interesting.
Yeah.
Because if you all agreed on everything, what discussions would you have between yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, how would you talk about anything?
Yeah.
Like, if we agreed with each other constantly, we wouldn't have a podcast.
I know.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous. And, like, also, it's like, just because he said he was going to vote Conservative at the next, like, the general election, people are now saying he's, like, a raging Tory or something.
Yeah, and also, did his music change after that? No, it didn't. He's still doing the same thing.
I just don't understand it. But on the, like, because he expressed, like, an opinion that he was going to vote Conservative. I do think, though, that some celebrities, they are far too much. They give far too much opinion sometimes.
They do, because it's not in their wheelhouse. Like, if you're an actor, stay an actor. If you're a musician, stay a musician. If you want to be a politician, become a politician. But don't shoehorn yourself into political debates if you're Beyonce or whoever. Like the Obama thing, I get he was a charismatic president, but when he was first elected president and you had the whole campaign trial leading up to that, it was like a fucking circus. Yeah. Like, they had the music video as well with all the celebrities saying they wrote, what was it, Change or whatever.
Yeah.
And
like
it was a bloody circus, and you could tell, like, there's no way he got voted in because of his political standing. He got voted in because he got press, because celebrities were getting involved in his campaign, and the celebrities got press because they got involved in the flashback president's campaign. They shouldn't be involved. They really shouldn't. Yeah, they're allowed an opinion if they get asked in an interview. Oh, so what political lining do you sort of agree with? And you're just like, well, this. You know what I was listening to? You know Cal Penn from Harold and Kumar?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did an interview with the Nerdist. He was really intelligent.
Yeah.
Because he was saying, oh, I agree with some things from the Democrats, I agree with some things from Republican. So that's the best way to do it. Yeah. You can't influence other people's vote.
Yeah. I just think far too many Hollywood actors, they think their opinion's important.
Their opinions are important because everyone's opinion's important, but it's no more important than our opinions. Yeah.
But they feel like the need to, like, force it down your throat.
Yeah, they do.
And there's kind of, like, I remember, like, there's an old, like, a Hollywood actress who died recently. Kind of trying to remember what she's called. But she said, like, being liberal's the only way to be. I was like, no, that's one of, like, the problems. That's almost like being fascist. That's saying there's only one way to be. Yeah. Politically, and no. The whole point of politics is the debate. The conflicting ideas is what often brings about ideas.
The thing is, if you laid out all the parties and all their policies, I'm sure you'd find something to agree with in every single one. Yeah. Because I'm not exactly politically savvy, and I don't get involved in politics. Yeah. But even I've done it. You get a list of, like, the Tories, the Lib Dem, the Labour Party policies, and you highlight stuff from each of them that you actually agree with, and you cross off all the things that you don't agree with. You're going to have things from each list. I mean, sure, you can say, I can say I'm a Labour voter or whatever, but there are some things in the Tory government or Tory policy that I agree with. I agree with the mishmash of certain things.
Yeah, I think for me the problem, like, the actors are too close to, like, politicians. Like Kevin Spacey, he was hanging around with Bill Clinton. I wouldn't want to be seen hanging around with Bill Clinton.
They're not even, like, that's the thing about everyone is a celebrity now. Yeah. So I think we've come full circle now. Everyone's a celebrity. Politicians, everyone. Yeah. And they all just hang around in one clique. And it's ridiculous because you're right. Bill Clinton is not even. I don't even see him as a president anymore, a former president anymore, or a future first husband, because he's not. He is a celebrity.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to be seen. I wouldn't want to see dead with him.
It makes celebrities feel more important. Yeah. If they're aligned with presidents and they're friendly with presidents and members of the government, it makes them feel. Because celebrities, well, I don't want to paint all of them with the same paintbrush, but some of them, yeah, they just like their job and they do it and they stay away from the rest of it. But some of them enjoy the attention. They enjoy the power. What's more powerful than a president?
Yeah.
And what's more powerful than a government? They get involved in the government's dealings and things. I think it's about control and power. And, and attention, of course. They like the attention. Because, again, going back to the Barack Obama 2007, 2008 era, God, those celebrities were plastered everywhere. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
See, I just think politics is it's a shambolic world. It's
no,
evil.
it's all, they're all one government anyway.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to be associated with it. So I don't get why those Hollywood actors are so keen. Well, I get the attention, as you said, it's the reason. But
they think they can change the world as well.
Yeah.
Like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, I get they try and do a lot of good for the world, but I think they think they're way more important than they are.
Yeah.
They adopt a few children, they give a few speeches, and they think they're really important and they can change the world.
I think what annoys people is that they lecture people as well. They say this is the way it is. I mean,
yeah, but then again, we'll bring it back to fan worship. People worship these people.
Yeah.
So they give them the idea that they can do whatever they like and that they have what they say matters. But then what they say matters influences people too much.
Yeah.
Like, who's like one of the most popular actors alive right now? I don't know. Or singers. One Direction. If the One Direction came out and said, I don't like gay people.
Yeah.
Or whatever, their whole fan base would be against gay people because they're that obsessed.
Yeah.
So that is what would happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's too much. They're influencing them too much. Okay, so we do still bring it back to fan worship. They influence them too much, but then it's because of the fans that they are able to, because they get so obsessive, and I don't really understand why. Yeah, sometimes I go on YouTube and look at videos of people I like, but then who doesn't do that? So that's the furthest I get, other than like talking about them. That's the furthest I get. I might watch videos, YouTube videos. Oh, no, that's another thing I do. I like pictures on Facebook if it comes up on my newsfeed. I don't search them out. I like them if they come up on my newsfeed. But I think that's the best way to be, because that way you're still appreciating a person, but you're not being overly obsessive.
You're not, like, obtruding.
Yeah, because I genuinely thought I was being obsessive about certain actors that I was in love with in a minute, because I go through them like water, really. But then I realised I'm really not. I like them. I watch YouTube videos and that's it. And I watch their movies and that's it. I realise I'm not freaking obsessive about them. And it's like, oh, okay, so I'm normal then.
Yeah.
But, well, no, actually, at first I thought I was a shit fan. And then I went on the internet and realised, no, I'm not a shit fan. I'm a normal person.
Yeah, the same. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sane. And I never thought I'd say that in my life.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be the sane one in a group of people.
Yeah, it's just I'd like, because like there's all like believers and directioners. They plague like Instagram and all those social media things, and you can see them so much.
It forces you off, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because I barely like I said, other than liking Facebook pictures when I'm on a bus and not even when I'm on the bus, when I'm waiting for a bus. Yeah. That's the only social media I do on Facebook. I mean, I use Twitter, but that's just for tweeting myself, and then I follow people on Twitter, and sometimes I follow like directors and actors and things, and sometimes I like their tweets and favourite them, but I don't even go onto their pages. If it it's like the Facebook thing. If it's on my newsfeed, I'm just like, okay, I like that, or retweet that. That was great.
Yeah.
Or I don't actually search for people on Twitter either. I don't like search hashtags, because I don't like seeing what's attached to those hashtags.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, here's a picture of someone in the supermarket wearing a hat. And it's like, why do I need to see this? Why did you tweet this? Why did you take a sneaky pic of this person? What is wrong with you? How would you feel if you did it? So it forces you off your social media because these fandoms have taken over.
Yeah.
Because I barely use Twitter. I use Twitter, but I only tweet about when I'm watching TV shows anyway. You all know this. I don't do anything else. I barely use Facebook now. I go on Instagram like once a month, if that.
Yeah.
And they're the only ones that I'm signed on to, I think. I'm probably signed on to others, but I've just never used them.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I made a Tumblr account, but I don't get it, because I think I've just realised that is only for fans like fandoms.
Oh, I've seen a couple of those before, and that's like proper...
Yeah, like, it's proper hardcore. So, like, me and Chris tried it out one night. We both made the Tumblr account, and we went on, and then we're just like, what do we do now? And I was like, I don't know. And it's like, oh, okay. And then we haven't been back on since.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably do an entire episode dedicated to social media, but...
I think that's on our spreadsheet.
Yeah, we probably will do that eventually.
Yeah, we're running out of things anyway.
Yeah.
We'll do that eventually.
What frightens me about, like, these believers and direction is how young they are, though.
They really
and they're
are.
getting so obsessed. It's like...
Yeah, but like I
I'm
said,
not sure
kids,
that's healthy.
like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, either last week or the week before, I'm not quite sure. But
Yeah.
kids have lost their innocence now. They're not children anymore.
Yeah.
They're grown up and being obsessive. No, okay, kids, I sort of get it because, they're not mature.
Yeah.
The ones that scare me are the grown-ass women.
Yeah.
Like mothers and grandmothers. They get obsessed as well.
Yeah.
They get majorly obsessed. Like, when the Twilight sensation happened, half of the fandoms were like 13-year-old girls.
Yeah.
The rest were their mothers. So, the kids don't really scare me as much. They annoy me a hell of a lot more because they're loud, but then I have to put that down to the fact that they're children. Sure, they're annoying, but they'll grow out of it. But these are grown-ass women.
Yeah, but you do get, like, these teenage girls, like, on social media sending really, like, nasty messages to people saying,
Yeah,
I'll
they're
kill
horrible.
you, I'll cut your throat and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's
If you
awful.
offend my Harry or whatever.
Yeah, it's disgusting. They are too
just think-
obsessed.
I never think of dreaming of doing that as a teenager. I mean,
No,
I got
the worst
obsessed
thing
with
I
Queen.
did on Twitter was laugh at Kim Kardashian getting a Woman of the Year award at the
Yeah.
GQ Awards last year, which I genuinely did because I was just like... And then I figured I can't be the only one. So I was just
Yeah.
like, I can't believe Kim Kardashian got the GQ Woman of the Year award. Someone started arguing with me about that. Someone that I'd never met or spoken to or interacted with in my entire life got into an argument with me about that.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, oh my God, she's the most photographed woman in the world. How can you say that? I'm just like, well, she's photographed because she calls the paps on herself. It's like, she's a mother. And it's like, so a million, literally, no. She's a mother. It's like we haven't been doing this for a couple of millennia now, right?
Yeah.
We've been reproducing children. It's not like she's the first one that did it. And it's like, well, she's a style icon. It's like, I feel like I'm a style icon sometimes when I match clothes together. It's just like the most pointless conversation. And just because of one throwaway comment. That's why I don't really tweet about people anymore on Twitter.
Yeah.
I tweet about TV shows. Because I was just like, that was so much hassle. I mean, it was fun seeing this guy. He was like a fully grown man as well. This guy getting so riled up about one comment that I was making. And then he got even more annoyed because I kept responding to his responses.
Yeah.
Because he clearly didn't know me. I always have the last word. You guys know this.
Yeah.
He didn't. I don't let anyone else have the last word. I'm having the last word no matter what. And then he did finally give up. Even on Twitter, I'm going to have to filter... Because that's supposed to be an outlet where you can say whatever you like, but I have to filter myself. I don't tweet about other celebrities, and the only time I do tweet is when I'm actually saying something nice about them.
Yeah.
Which I guess, and even then I don't do that often, because I'm just like, they probably hear it all the time. But I had to do it for Jessica Chastain, because she was amazing in Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
And she actually did favourite that tweet, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, nice.
I have to admit, actually, on Instagram, a famous French actress has actually liked 2 of my photos. And I did actually kind of get slightly excited at that.
Yeah, no, I got... You know Hand of God? I spoke to you about it before.
Yeah.
One of the actors in it started following me on Twitter, and I got really excited about that.
Yeah.
Because I fancied him for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And actually longer than that.
Was he the one that quickly unfollowed you?
No, he's still following me now.
Oh, right. Who's the one that unfollowed you?
Oh, no, that was Jackie O'Haley. He really pissed me off. That really pissed me off. Because he followed me, and I was like, is Jackie O'Haley following me on Twitter? Really? And I was like, that must be a mistake, so I'll just leave it for a few days. Went back a few days later, he was still following me, so I'm just like, oh my God, he's following me on Twitter. Why is he following me on Twitter? So I followed him back. And then he unfollowed me because I'd followed him back, and I was like, "Fuck that shit! You're a celebrity. You're not allowed to do that." So I unfollowed him because I do not do the follow for follow bullshit.
Yeah.
Because that's just sad and pathetic.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't care if you follow me. I don't care. Yeah, I don't. You can follow me if you want. You don't have to. I don't care. because I'm probably not going to follow you back because I don't care about what you say. Like, the only people that aren't famous or notable or, like, writers or something that I follow on Twitter are people I actually know, know my friends. And even that, there's only, like, 5 of them.
Yeah. When I was on Twitter, I actually tweeted Salman Rushdie once.
Really?
And he actually replied, yeah.
Yeah, some of them do reply. Like, because that's a good thing, though, because like, if you do have a query, you can tweet people, and sometimes, they don't always do it, but sometimes they do reply.
Yeah.
And, like, because I got into, like, short conversations with the creator of Hand of God as well, because I tweeted about it a few times, and that was actually quite nice. It is nice. It gives you a nice feeling that, oh, he actually cares about my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's not like I got overly excited and decided to blab to everyone in my life about it.
I wouldn't go telling everyone, oh, this like actress like my photo.
I told Ashley about the Jessica Chastain thing because it was like the night that we watched it, and then I was like, oh, I just tweeted about Jessica Chastain and she liked it. And it's like, oh, she's such a sweetie. Yeah, this French actress actually commented on one of my photos. That's really cool. What French actress was it? Are we going to name drop now?
It's Emmanuel Biert.
Okay.
Or Biert. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah, you Instagram pretty frequently as well.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I said, once a month. I've been on for like a couple of years now. How many photos have I uploaded? Like 10?
But like a lot of the celebrities, like you'll, because I don't tend to like too many on kind of Instagram because, either they're generally actually not that interesting. Because I like Mindy Kaling.
I like Michael Keaton because he Instagrams pictures of newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
And I like the Supernatural cast because, like I said before, they go to like conventions a lot, so they upload photos from them, and some of them are like backstage ones, and I find them they're like okay. One of the reasons that you love Supernatural is because of the cast, because they're really hilarious.
I like Mindy Kaling, an actress, and I did follow for a while, but then it's just like photos of herself a lot.
Yeah, I know. Some of it's really boring, so you go in and I like it. I thought you'd do something interesting.
I tend to like kind of photos where there's a place or there's a book or some kind of like there's Instagramming stuff. Yeah. But when it's just themselves, I do get a little bit bored.
It's sort of like the Twitter thing as well. Yeah. Like you follow someone and then you actually wander onto their page or one day and then you realise, oh, they tweet nothing but shit. I'm just gonna unfollow them. Sure, I like them as an actor. But, I tell you what, I like them as an actor, but I don't want them taking up my newsfeed with that because there's no point, and I'm not interested in what they have to say, so I'll unfollow them. Yeah.
Oh, God, the worst I had was really very nice, but I followed James Franco on Facebook for a while. I got so fed up of him. It was himself so much. I just got so bored. He's so up himself.
I don't follow him on Facebook. I might follow him on Twitter, but I follow like over 300 people, so clearly I can't. I don't know who I'm following at this point because like I see them on my suggested list, and I'm like, I might as well. Occasionally, I might catch a glimpse of something they have on their that they've tweeted on my newsfeed, and if I don't like it, I'll unfollow them.
James Franco was awful on Facebook.
He is up himself. I think he does seem very pretentious, and he doesn't hide it.
I wouldn't say he's a terrible self-publicist, but he is a self-publicist.
Yeah.
I like
him as an actor, so that's why I'm trying to stick to, because like I said before, the person might not be who you expect them to be, and it might affect the way you see things. But I liked him as an actor before, so I try and avoid anything he does now.
As I say, for me, unless they're like really terrible people, unless they're homophobic or racist or something like that, it doesn't affect me whether they've got slightly different views or something like that, or whether they're
different views is fine, but it's the personality.
Yeah,
like if you are a complete dickhead, I'm probably not going to want to watch anything you're in. Yeah, that's why I like to know as little about a person as possible.
In general, also, I wouldn't judge someone too much by their social media profile. I wouldn't stop liking them just because it's a bit boring or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean on Twitter. Like, I unfollow them because either they're boring or I'm not interested in their tweets. Yeah. But it doesn't mean I don't like them anymore. It just means I don't really want them coming up on my newsfeed because it's just going to take it up. And there's no point me following them if I'm not going to pay attention to what they say.
Yeah, because what I don't like is people say if certain like celebrity or famous person, if they don't reveal things about themselves, they get called boring. But then I was like, I don't really care about that.
Yeah,
you can't say they've got no personality just because they don't reveal anything about themselves. They do that for a reason. They respect their privacy.
Yeah, but
and so should
they don't need to reveal anything about themselves, because some of them, sometimes they're just perfectly charming. They're fine. They don't need to tell me all salacious gossip about every girl they've hooked up with. It doesn't make a difference.
Well, in general, their work itself should be
their work itself is good. Exactly, the work itself is good. But then they've got all the press that they have to do, the press junkets. So as long as they're not complete assholes during the press junket, they're fine.
I just think it's an added bonus if they're nice and they've got good personality or whatever, if they're funny.
I'd quite like it if they're nice and they have a nice personality, but it's not a necessity.
Yeah.
But that's the type of thing that would make me become a proper fan.
Yeah.
If I realise, they're nice and they have a nice personality, as of just, I like their movies, I might go and watch that one. Like I am with, Seth Rogen. I'm not a fangirl of his, but I like his movies. I don't follow everything he does. I don't watch every press junket he does, but I like his movies, and then I go watch his movies.
Yeah.
I don't search him up on the internet or anything like that.
Because it's what makes him laugh is people, Steve Carell. Mm-hmm. People say he's really nice. But then people say, he's not, but he appears really nice. That must mean he's actually, deep down, he's evil, really. Or that he's not a nice person. How do you get to that?
You don't know him personally.
Yeah,
so,
I
we know is
I like
the
what he does.
only thing that we know about these people is what they let us know. Because come on, they're professional actors. They could all be a bunch of assholes and we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know what? If I see them behaving nicely, I'm just going to think they're nice. If I see them behaving like a prick, I think they're a prick. That's it. I'm not going to read too much into it.
But also, I think sometimes, who are we to judge? Because sometimes we're not particularly nice people.
Yeah, we're not. As, the listeners will know that, because we're really horrible sometimes.
Yeah.
So, I'm not judging them. I'm just saying, well, if you're a prick, you're a prick. If you're nice, you're nice.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not going to obsess over the way you behave. I'm not going to obsess over the way you have your hair this week. I'm not going to obsess over what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I will obsess over your work.
You can appreciate
I will maybe YouTube you, but that's it.
I can appreciate sometimes what people wear and how their hair is. Sometimes you can say that looks good, but I'm not. That's not the defining thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, no. You can say it looks good, but if you obsess over it, again, I'm going to bring it back to Cumberbatch. You see, he has the iconic Sherlock hair.
Yeah.
So the fandom, they obsess over his hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he changes his hair a bit, doesn't he? As well,
because he changes it from job to job. He's an actor. They all do.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous because people do obsess about these tiny, minute details, and it's does it matter?
Because what is he naturally? Is he ginger or something?
I don't know.
Close?
I don't know. Brown, ginger, something like that. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, again, I'm a shit fan, aren't I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a brunette, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think we're nearly done now. We've been going for an hour.
What else can we say? Fan worship is bad. That's it.
Yeah. By all means, like someone and be... I don't want to be slightly obsessed.
Because we get slightly obsessed, but we're not obsessed. Because I thought I was obsessed with things, but it turns out I'm not.
Yeah. It's like with Queen. I got obsessed with them when I was a teenager.
Really?
Yeah. I wanted all their albums. And I
thought you said The Queen.
No, not The Queen.
That's why I said, really?
No, Queen is in the band.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So I wanted to collect their all albums. And you want to know, interesting facts about them.
Yeah, you go on the IMDb trivia page.
Yeah, you want to know what's behind certain albums or certain songs and stuff like that. But I wouldn't go as far to be so interested in their lives and stuff like that. I certainly wouldn't worship them. I wouldn't have shrines to them or stuff like that. No.
I mean, I've got my shelf of shit, but that's not a shrine to anyone. That's got a mishmash of stuff. You've got Loki there, you've got Cumberbatch there, you've got the Marvel, you've got my X-Men print, you've got Pikachu. It's a load of things that I like. I'm not gonna wallpaper my walls with, I don't know, posters of Supernatural.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a collector, so if there's a filmmaker
I think we both are, aren't we?
Yeah, if there's a filmmaker
we like to collect things.
Yeah, if there's a filmmaker I like, I will try my best to collect all his films if I can. But I certainly wouldn't go any further than that. And I think that's a good thing about filmmakers is actually don't actually get to learn much about their personal lives.
Yeah, unless they become like Steven Spielberg or James Cameron and they're outspoken.
I hate them.
Yeah, so do I actually. That's it. I hate him too. Maybe that's the thing.
What I say about Spielberg is I think he has the potential to be a decent filmmaker.
No, he is a good shot maker. I'm not going to take that away from him. His films look good.
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah, that's all I can say. But sometimes they don't. It doesn't feel like they have any substance.
Yeah, for me, James
I know that people want to shoot us for saying this because people love Steven Spielberg for whatever reasons they want to love him for. Fine, but I'm not a Spielberg person.
And at the end of the day, I feel about it that it is like opinion in the end. But equally, I don't have to like Spielberg. So
yeah,
I'm
no
not
one
going
can
to.
force us. I mean, like I said, there are good. It's like the list of Tory conservative things. There are good things, there are bad things. I think he does good shots, but that's that's all I can say. I mean, he did Jaws, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Jaws.
He was actually really good in the 70s, I think.
Yeah, no, I think it's just later on when he got the Steven Spielberg hype. So, like, the last couple of decades haven't been as great.
Yeah. It's like George Lucas.
Jurassic Park as well.
Yeah. It's like George Lucas. I admire, like, the kind of imagination behind Star Wars.
Yeah, but I don't like Star Wars.
He's not a great director either.
But, like, he made Star Wars to be cult. He knew what he was doing. Yeah. Because that is a definitely cult thing.
But again, he was actually... He did a couple of decent films in the 70s. No,
you know what George Lucas does now with his pile of money? He makes, like, art house films that no one sees. Like, the films that he actually wanted to make.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I understand that. He made a movie that made him loads and loads of money, and now he can do whatever he wants. So I think all of us will end up doing that at some point. Because, we both do it now. Yeah. We have jobs that give us money so we can actually do what we want.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast if we didn't have money, if we weren't getting earnings from somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we have to actually pay for the ad time. We actually have to pay for the space as well.
Yeah.
We have to pay for our equipment. We have to pay for everything. And we wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have our jobs. And that's the same with, like, making short films or whatever, or writing scripts. You wouldn't be able to do that if you didn't have a job to keep you afloat.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I'm not saying I wouldn't mind being a filmmaker myself. Yeah. I'm not saying I wouldn't necessarily... like, not make films for money, but I'd at least try and make sure.
The thing is, I understand the sentiment that you're saying, but I completely understand having to sell out to do what you want. Yeah. Because sometimes you have to do it.
I would do it if I knew, but I would do it for a purpose. Yeah. I wouldn't just do it for the sake of making money, which you feel sometimes that some of those filmmakers have done.
Yeah, but then I completely get it, though, because... it's changing now though, because you've got like stuff like Netflix and whatever that will give you money, but until recently it was the studios that controlled everything. So they say you can direct this movie that is shit, but we'll give you money to make this movie, and sometimes you have to make that compromise. You just have to. There's not really much you can do, and I understand that. I just won't watch the crap movies that the filmmaker makes.
It's not necessarily always like a bad thing to make a film that you know is going to be popular. Sometimes it's popular for a reason.
Yeah, but you know what? Not all directors have to do that. Like, I'll bring it back to Guillermo del Toro. We're going to go full circle now. Yeah. Like Pan's Labyrinth, beautiful, beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And the studio would have doubled his budget if he made it in English, but he said no.
Yeah, that's principle.
You don't have to be a sellout to make a movie that you want. You just have to have a tighter budget.
Yeah, but also, isn't he kind of like a filmmaker? Because he also made like Pacific Rim as well, like that.
Yeah, I know, but that was... Yeah, but that might have been a blockbuster, but it was still a Guillermo del Toro film. Yeah. And it wasn't even a proper blockbuster. It didn't do as well as everyone was hoping. It was a cross between. But you could still... It felt like a big movie, a big blockbuster movie, but it also felt like a Guillermo del Toro movie. Because you've got the colours as well, and it's just amazing. Yeah. And, it's just... You're never going to hear me say anything bad about Del Toro, so let's not try.
I'm not trying to.
Okay. Oh. I thought you were going to try and goad me into saying that he sold out to do Pacific Rim, when he didn't, because Pacific Rim is a movie that he wanted to do, and he pitched the studios.
I didn't think he did.
Okay.
I was just saying Pacific Rim's a bit more of like a
it's a bit more mainstream, but then like so is Hellboy, so he teeters along the line that Hellboy isn't completely mainstream. That's what I'm... What
I'm saying is he can cross that like boundary really well. Whereas
Yeah, and,
others
and
can't.
it doesn't seem like he's selling out.
Yeah, others tend to be either one or the other, or
Yeah.
not. So that's
Wow, this was supposed to be about fan worship, and we talked about everything.
yeah. we got into politics at one point.
we
just
got into
can't avoid
politics
it.
a lot.
Yeah, I tell you what, if we end up doing actual political podcasts,
We will not talk about the politics at all.
we'll be talking about bloody celebrities and that.
Yeah, probably.
Shit.
Yeah, but this was a nice impromptu episode.
Yeah.
While we're recovering in hospital from our bullet wounds.
Oh yeah, from the hospital bed
From the hospital bed.
alone. Yeah.
Well, we have 2 laptops apparently, and 2 mics and 2 headphones.
Yeah.
And a recording studio around us.
Even though we're in the hospital bed, we're still in the same room.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the hospital beds, they're just... You can be in the same room, they're just separated by a curtain.
Yeah. We still got the FaceFit tray, thank God.
Yeah, we've got the Facebook
So if
tray
you
to
want to
pass
send
along.
anything over,
Yeah, I'll send you... I don't know. I'll send you something later.
a picture of
I'll send-
Castiel's toilet.
Yeah, I'll
not like
send
I
you a
wanna
picture of
see it,
Castiel's toilet.
Yeah. I'll send you a picture of Hitler's toilet.
You know what's scary is I think you probably have one.
Oh, fuck off, I do not. I'm going to have to search one now on Google. Like, is there a toilet in the bunker or something?
I think,
Yeah.
seeing as though we've gotten onto the Hitler toilet, we should probably wrap up.
Yeah, before it goes downhill.
And just in case this goes out around Christmas time,
Oh, God.
we'd like to say Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
and possibly Happy Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and Easter,
And summer.
and summer, and Tamim's birthday day.
That's not important.
Okay, and as always, because we never say it,
Hitler's
email
birthday.
us, tweet us, Facebook us.
Yeah.
We need to actually start saying this, Matt, because no one does, and that's why we don't have any topics.
Yeah. But are they going to email us?
I don't know, but you can tweet
worth
and,
it, I
or
suppose.
Facebook us, because that's quite easy. You don't have to email, just tweet or Facebook.
Yeah.
And just tell us what topic you think we should do. Because we really need the help now, because our spreadsheet is running thin.
It is.
All right, so I think it's time to bid good day.
And good riddance.
And Merry Christmas, maybe, probably not. I don't know.
It's
Bye.
probably not going to be that happy. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. That's really